Oh, hello, and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box, where today I want to wish a posthumous happy birthday to Johnny Cash. Now, Johnny Cash was a true original. He was, in many ways, the original outlaw, the original bandit, the original highwayman, the man of the road. He was someone who, in that classic style, he was a bad boy. He was in real prisons doing some time, and he performed in prisons. He was someone who blurred the image between the onstage cowboy and the real sort of rough rider of what was left of the Wild West. Born into poverty comparatively in Arkansas, he really was someone who lived the lyrics that he told. He was one of those great country and western storytellers whose appeal transcended into pop audiences, into rock audiences, and even at the end of his life into alternative audiences. The hip hop world loved him because, in many ways, he was the original gangster. You could say he and maybe Leadbelly were the inventors of gangster rap before there really was rap. At the same time, he was a very devout Christian. He had a strict moral code, and yet he was also very open-minded. I came across an interview the other day where the interviewer wanted him to talk badly about the heavy metal and hard rock being attacked by the censorious Tipper Gore at the PMRC in the 80s. And Johnny Cash, as a lifelong Democrat, could have well sided with Tipper Gore, the wife of an up-and-coming Democrat senator at the time, Al Gore, who then became a vice president before chasing Man Bear Pig. But he had a very open mind and said, it's not really for me to judge. And it's not really for me to say that music on a turntable can have some profoundly negative effect on a young kid. Because again, that's not backed by science. You know, the Trust the Science Brigade of the 80s were up to stuff, weren't they? So Johnny Cash was a man who was always true to his own ethics. And while he was a bad boy and an outlaw, there's honor among thieves, but none among politicians, as they say in Lawrence of Arabia. He was iconic for his music, for his image, the original man in black. And he's one of these people that I think will always cross generation barriers, even posthumously. Even if Elvis ever goes out of style and becomes seen as less cool than he was in his lifetime. A lot of young kids already don't know anything about the Beatles or the Stones, let alone the sort of Led Zeppelins and Doobie Brothers and Pink Floyd. Some kids do, but again, I think Johnny Cash will be able to cross generational barriers more than anyone because he was pure authenticity, the same man on stage and off, a man who was very much a product of his times, but someone whose ethos and story and musical storytelling, I think, is and will remain utterly timeless. Happy posthumous birthday to a true legend. Like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.